Okay, so taking a look at the tank selections.
Ooh, we got our piece of artillery for AVANT-GARDE.
Yeah, we do.
So it could be that western ridge that they go for. Most likely, actually. Yeah, definitely with that piece of artillery, you usually want to.
Do
go
you
for that
remember?
western
I
ridge.
can't remember what game it was, but
it was AVANT-GARDE versus Night Eagles.
But like, cause you play when you play with SPG on Abby, it's obvious that you're gonna squat the road, and there was a rush, like because
those Night Eagles.
Yeah, right.
Eagles.
And there was a brilliant rush smack in the middle, like towards the Abbey in the village, and which paid off. As a matter of fact.
Yep.
So
we'll have to see if actually Silly Ducks Revolution go for that. They could possibly, because I'm sure they watched the replays.
Well, I mean, as far as I can tell right now, both of these teams are going for the rest road.
Yeah.
So, which is not the wisest of choices for Silly Ducks because of that piece of artillery here. I mean, it's tier 4, Cinemix 105. Still, it can inflict some damage. So.
I mean, it's not a bad idea, because if they give AVANT-GARDE complete control of the ridge, then they have free reign over pretty much the entire map, because that one kind of in the center of the ridge, you can pretty much get shots onto almost anywhere on the Abbey.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
When it comes to the rest of the tanks, well, it's pretty much a standard setup. Both teams are rolling out with T69s. One extra T69, obviously, for the Silly Ducks side, because they chose not to play with artillery.
Yep.
So when it comes to Blade, he actually decided to roll with a T50. Light. Like a tier 5, like he had to compensate for the tier points, pretty much.
Yeah, so it's actually only a tier 4.
Yeah, it's a tier 4. Sorry, my bad. Yeah.
So it shouldn't be. It's better than that T2 Bison, but it's definitely not as powerful as, for example, Loran or.
Well, obviously not. Yeah. But still,
it'll inflict some damage.
It does inflict some damage as well. A great finisher. Altogether.
Yeah, just
now the scouts have to do their jobs, though.
They,
I mean,
they
that's just that really is going to be the key for AVANT-GARDE on that one.
Definitely, and both these teams, they know that. So for AVANT-GARDE, it's pretty much a given that they're going to go for the ridge.
Yep.
So now what AVANT-GARDE is waiting for is to see what Silly Ducks want to do, because they could. Because right now they don't have any vision on Silly Ducks.
Well, they don't know where they are.
Yeah.
As a matter of
fact,
fact,
they could be going for the Abbey. They could be on the ridge. So what?
Which is why, like, they committed their scouts like to the east, pretty much, like that eastern road. One T1 roaming out there, and the other T1 just at the foothill of those in the northeastern parts of the village. So that T1 actually going all the way down that eastern road,
when the T1
which has been spotted by another scout. Oh, actually, it's not a T1. It's not a T1. My bad.
Oh,
it's
no,
actually Blade. It's Blade. It's Blade.
It's a T5,
Yeah. So no, that's a pretty good idea, because it definitely.
Oh, actually, Maru here might get taken out.
Well, yeah. You want to send out Blade with his T50 out there to hunt for scouts, because there's no way those T1s can stand up to that firepower. So brilliantly done. All that remains is for him to take out the other T1.
Yeah, but they wisely kept their other T1 at the base.
Yeah, but he's alone. He
is alone, but if that T50 decides to go for him, because he has no. I mean, first of all, he has no idea where the other T1 is.
That is true.
So if he goes in that deep into enemy territory, then he's in danger of getting sniped out by the rest of the.
He would, but like chances are he's still probably gonna like slowly creep up that eastern road towards the enemy starting position.
Yeah. That
trying to hunt for that T1, and meanwhile, I mean, look at that. You've got Silly Ducks pushing out, but they're.
You gotta be careful of that artillery, though.
Well, yeah, they definitely have to be careful, because they have been spotted, and that's gonna allow that AMX 105 to shoot.
Yep.
Much. They gotta be very careful on how they tackle this. Really.
Yeah.
Something tells me they're walking into the trap.
If they push out further, they will be walking into the trap, because pretty much all of the AVANT-GARDE members are waiting there.
Well, they are, and let's not forget they do have the SPGs, so it's a non-negligible advantage.
But
in terms of firepower, Silly Ducks does have the edge, but that's just about it. In terms of
and the base capture hasn't started.
Well, yeah, it certainly has, and you know what? It's gonna work.
Yeah,
it's going to work, because
are in a pretty in a complicated situation.
They really are, because they're gonna have to retreat to defend this. They're gonna have to retreat to defend this, so they're gonna have to split their forces. And yeah, that's it. It's not looking good.
They're pulling back.
They have to pull back. At least they're sending one MX-50. They're sending like Aurora is going back to defend the base. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
So,
that T50 taking out that T1.
And all Blade's got to do is run away.
Yeah.
Not even try to capture the base, but run away. Just to keep at least one of those heavy tanks.
Actually, what they could do is start the base capture, and then AVANT-GARDE, what they do is they follow the retreating.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Tank.
It's just the harassment, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because the Silly Ducks Revolution has no other option but to at least commit one tank to the defense of their base. So they have to split forces, which nullifies the extra firepower.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Yeah, AVANT-GARDE is
That's
moving
exactly what they're doing. So AVANT-GARDE now is pushing in, and they will have the advantage.
These T69s are in trouble.
Yeah, and they're gonna have the advantage. They obviously have the advantage right now.
Ooh, but it's actually this wisely. They're not only sending one tank back to defend this, and they're actually grouping up the rest of their members, so just so that if AVANT-GARDE decides to push into this,
it's the only option that they've got. It's the only option that they've got, but they've lost the edge. I mean, AVANT-GARDE definitely is in control.
Definitely.
Now.
They just got to play this. They got to play this safely.
Exactly. Like if they make no mistakes, they should win the set.
Yeah. So they took a lot of damage going into this though. So Ashiguru Musketeer doing a lot of damage onto Griven.
Oh, Griven almost taken down right now.
Griven might get taken out.
Oh, Griven gets taken out. Okay, that might change things.
Yeah. No, Silly Ducks are playing this so good right now, man.
Oh boy, like another tank going down. Oh boy, this is really like
they actually
unexpected.
kind of counterbaited that.
Yeah, they did. They really did. So that's brilliantly done by the Silly Ducks Revolution. I can't believe AVANT-GARDE.
Another one, man.
I can't believe AVANT-GARDE like started losing their tanks so lamely. As a matter of fact, they should have stayed on the cover really because they had the advantage.
They did.
That was a lame firefight.
Fresh Meat gonna get taken out as well.
So Silly Ducks Revolution definitely gonna win this opening set against all odds, I want to say, you know.
Yeah. I mean, well, so basically what happened was, you know, so Silly Ducks Revolution had to defend because of that T50. They had to at least send one, and AVANT-GARDE, they were a little bit too hasty because
But that's what I'm saying. Like they should have waited some
or
more,
at least try and flank them.
And kept on harassing them like with base captures pretty much, or even perhaps committing like going the long way around. Sort of commit another tank like towards the Abbey.
Or just send like 2 or 3 down the ridge, and then the other two.
Defend their position with their piece of SPG and not really worry about whatever Silly Ducks are doing, because Silly Ducks had no other option but to stay on that ridge, on that west road. They had no other option but to bottleneck that west road and to send like Dynamics 50 to defend their base. So they had no options. They were completely cornered, and it's rather unfortunate that it turned out this way.
It's a little bit too hasty.
Very hasty indeed.
Yeah, so one tank now remaining on the AVANT-GARDE side. It's
Blade and his T50.
A little bit tongue-tied there.
Blade and his T50 who's going to be blown to bits.
Yeah, so this last remaining T50 going to go for a cheeky ram, and he actually pretty much